Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a Let's Play and initial impressions review for Peacemaker VR, an Oculus Rift exclusive on the Steam store. Released May 27th, 2022 in early access. Yes, another Oculus exclusive on the Steam store. Yes! This is a on-rail shooting gallery type game. You do have upgrades. I believe the attack speed upgrade is probably the best one, along with ammo. And there you have your tutorial. There's 9 stages, including a boss fight. Let's go ahead and choose stage 6, which is where I was last at. This is a tough game, but what makes it Now, one thing that makes it difficult is just how difficult it is to see. I don't know, maybe I need glasses, but it seems to me like it's just not clear enough, and it's really dark in some areas, and it makes it really difficult to see enemies at a distance and be able to get a good shot. Now, there is magic, which I'm using there. There's also a shield. Now, it's just too dark, really, for me here. Like, I cannot see. Oh, okay, so I died. And I was very close to the end. I did notice a frame rate drop all the way down to 45 frames per second. That really shouldn't happen, given the art style of this game. Given that it's on rails, it really should be running at 90 frames per second. But it did drop all the way down to 45. And now, because I did fail, but I got very close to the end, I did get 10,000, so that's quite a bit. And so I can upgrade my attack speed. Now, I'm going to save the rest, because I really want to see 10,000, 17,000. I probably want to save that for my attack speed again. Let's go ahead and try again. By the way, there is a global leaderboard. As you can see, I'm number 4. And as you can see, number 5 is pretty far away from me. And I'm getting closer to number 3. I would imagine these people actually beat the game. So we'll see what happens. But let's try again. I just had trouble seeing, to be honest with you guys. The reload is by putting your controllers down. And by making a little motion to the side. We really need a health bar, because we're gonna die more than likely if we don't get one right away. Yeah. So a lot of this game is just getting the upgrades. As you can see, I do have slowdowns with the reloads. I believe attack speed helps with that. I'm not 100% positive though on that. Obviously the ammo does help as far as making reload less frequent. You don't want to run out of ammo while shooting. You want to do the downward motion whenever you can, but it's not always easy because there's just so many enemies on screen. So let's go ahead and try one more time. And I could increase, obviously, my damage and my... A lot of this is just getting the reload. And also getting those bombs to explode, those barrels, explosives. Oh, I was so close that time. No, I was so close. I was basically already there at the very end. But again, the upgrades really help a lot. So there is a lot of grinding. Oh man. See, now I'm at a... let's go with the ammo. So, you know, we are losing, but we are gaining lots of money by getting close to the end. So every upgrade obviously really helps. It's just so hard to see sometimes because it's so dark. Okay, we made it. So again, this game is difficult, it is challenging, but it does help to get all those upgrades. That's really what helped us here. Without the upgrades, we wouldn't have done this. So it is a little bit of a grind. It is a little bit of a fun challenge as well. But, you know, yeah, I mean, I understand there's different enemies. You know, some will shoot projectiles at you, some are flying. Some of you run real fast. You see that different enemies have different abilities. But this game is rather on the grindy side, which I'm not a fan of. These are the last 3 stages. And as you can see, I'm still number 4. I do have enough money to do an upgrade for an attack speed upgrade, which is what we'll do. But we can also upgrade health, which is not that important, and attack damage, which is a little bit important, but I'm not really worried about that. Okay, and that's it. We can't do any more upgrades. So let's see, stage 7. This will be the last thing that we do before we call it quits. I think some people will enjoy this more than I do, but the thing that really keeps me from really recommending this is that a lot of the levels have looked the same. Now, there have been new enemies introduced, but there's not a whole lot of visual variety. Oh man, I died really fast that time. Wow, that was quick. Okay, gotta do a better job. I think I was too busy talking. So let's do that one more time. Okay. So like I said, this is a challenging game, and you know, as a shooting gallery goes, it's not bad, but I think something like Drop Dead, you know, that old Oculus Rift game, the on-rail shooter, zombie shooter. I don't know if you guys remember that game. And I'm just not really a fan of the reload mechanic here. I mean, it's hard to see. So, I mean, I get it. You're supposed to shoot barrels. You're supposed to not let... You're not supposed to let your gun get to the point where you're having to reload just because you shot too many times. You're supposed to do this. Oh man, it's so hard to see. It's just so difficult to see. That's really my main problem. I'm not a big fan of this game, of that mechanic, you know, that it's difficult to see. I don't know, I think maybe this game needs some graphic settings so we could pump up the resolution. I mean, it's just a little bit too dark in some areas where it doesn't really need to be. I know that's part of the strategy, you know, seeing the enemies, you know, in the dark areas, but it's just too difficult to see them by the time you locate the target. It's too late, so that makes you have to, you know, do these upgrades to advance. It just makes the game feel too grindy. and that makes up for the fact of the lack of content. There's only 9 stages and the boss fight, which the developer recently added. Let me see if I can show that. So there is a boss fight right here. Boss fight, Bossel 1, right here. The boss fight is actually pretty good. That's probably the best part. But I think this is something that was added just recently. And overall, if I have to rate this, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. You know, it's not bad as far as shooting galleries. But, you know, you got something like Drop Dead that's from, what year? 2017? Oculus Rift exclusive. I hope that game someday comes to the Steam store. It is my favorite shooting gallery game in VR still. I'm surprised they haven't improved a shooting gallery game since that time. Because it's just something that I think works well in VR, you know, just, you know, stand still or seated, you know, or maybe you take behind cover and just, you know, shoot. But you need different guns to keep it exciting. Here you only have the one gun, you know, you can do the upgrades. I know that you shoot the explosive barrels to blow them up, but that's not enough variety. And the drop down to reload, even in Drop Dead, there's something more interesting, because yeah, you do drop the gun down, but then you have to time the reload to get a faster reload, which is an interesting mechanic that keeps it from being stale. So for me, this is just, you know, pretty average for a VR shooter. It's an early access, so it can improve in the future. I do think it needs more content, but it's only $6, so it is budget priced. So, you know, as far, I guess right now, $6 is just about right for what you're getting here. But as far as VR shooter, I think it's pretty average. So I'm only going to give it a 5 out of 10, a neutral recommendation. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play and initial impressions for Peacemaker VR. And yeah, I mean, a game that I've completed 6 stages, and that I know I can get past all these stages, but I need to grind out these in order to be able to complete it. I mean, obviously if I was more skilled, I wouldn't need so many upgrades, but to me, just the gameplay lacks some depth and interesting mechanics. You know, it needs different weapons, it needs, you know, more variety as far as, I'm not talking about enemy variety, but just more variety in the mechanics involved. You know, just shooting explosive barrels, that's just not enough variety. Pretty good with the 2 spells, you know, the shield spell and the electric spell that kills a lot of enemies. You probably need more than those 2 though. Probably need at least 2 other magic spells to really give this more depth. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.